Hi friends, my name is Kayla Rain, and today I'm sharing with you my winter TBR. So I have 9 books that I would really like to get to over the next couple of months, and I'm giving myself January, February, and March entirely to complete this list. And I feel like I can do it because that's literally only 3 books a month that I have to dedicate my time to, and I can do it. So the name of the game here is read mostly books off of my personal library shelves because I need to diminish the number of unread books that I have, so I can start buying more books without any guilt. And I also have 3 books on this list from my library because I want to make sure that I'm giving my library some love and that I'm utilizing them and picking up books that they have on their shelves because I want to share the library love, let them know that I appreciate the work that they do and I need the books that they have. As of filming this video, I've actually already read 2 of these. So this might not be the best TBR, but I just didn't film this in time, so some of these I have read. But the first one on the list is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, and this is a book that I picked up in November and have been meaning to read, but haven't yet, so I wanted to make it a priority because I really enjoyed Everything by Nicola Yoon, and I wanted to read her next book, and this one's signed, and it is so pretty. The naked jacket, it's so gorgeous. I can't wait to put up some Instagram pictures when I'm done reading this book and reviewing it because it is stunning. Totally forgot to mention that The Sun is Also a Star is a YA contemporary that follows dual points of view. So one of the points of view is a boy named Daniel who is going to go for an interview to get into Yale for med school, and the other point of view is a girl named Natasha who is trying to get to an appointment with a lawyer so she doesn't get deported later that evening, and their paths collide and they just have a really amazing meet cute and things happen from there. Next I have A Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst, and this is a YA fantasy that follows a princess who has to go to a neighboring country and marry the prince, but she falls in love with the prince's sister, and that just sounds amazing to me, and I'm so here for this and I'm so ready for this and I can't wait to jump in. The next book that I want to get to and actually already have is Liesl and Poe by Lauren Oliver. This is a middle grade with some fantasy elements. It follows 3 different main characters and they all have intersecting storylines. One character is a girl who's been locked up in an attic since the death of her father. One character is a boy who was very terribly abused by a horrible alchemist and he is his assistant, and the other point of view is of a ghost who finds Liesl, the girl locked in the attic, and helps her escape. I also want to read the Unbound by Victoria Schwab because I own almost every Victoria Schwab book, but there are a couple that I haven't read yet and I need to fix that because I just want to be the ultimate Victoria Schwab fangirl. I really enjoy her as an author and I just want to soak up all her words and hopefully her magic sinks into me and therefore I can become magic. Another book that I've already read, but I intended to, so I'm still going to put it on here, is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare. This is a YA fantasy that follows 3 main characters who are all sisters, they're triplets, and they have to fight to the death for the right to the crown of the island that they live on. And each sister has a different magical element. One sister is a poisoner, one sister is a naturalist, and one sister is, I forget the name of it, but she controls weather, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But this was actually a little bit darker than I was expecting, but not at all from the points of the main characters. They're actually pretty innocent. It's like a lot of political intrigue, and the darkness kind of falls on that side of the story. But it was really good, and I loved it a lot. I also want to get to The Last Leaves Falling by Benwell. This is a book that I hauled in my autumn book haul. Still haven't gotten to it. It feels neglected on my shelf and it needs some love, so I'm going to be reading it. But this is a YA contemporary that follows a main character who has ALS, and I know that the main character is in a wheelchair. And that's really all I know about the story, but I've heard good things about it. So far I haven't seen any reviews that say it's problematic representation, so I'm really hoping that this is going to be an amazing book. I've heard the research has been done well, and I'm excited to jump into it. And then the books from the library that I want to get to, I'm going to do a 2-for-1 here because it's a duology, and that is 6 of Crows and and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I have heard so many things about this duology and I just really want to read it. I haven't read the Grisha trilogy. I have no interest in reading the Grisha trilogy, so I'm just going to jump right into this duology, and if there's anything super confusing, I'll just Google it. But I am so excited for this duology. I've heard so many amazing things about it. The first book made it to the Disability in Kids Lit honor roll, which is something that I'm trying to read my way through, either by the end of this year or kind of towards the beginning of next year. So this is like a huge priority with year-long goals for myself, and I'm very excited about this. And finally, I want to pick up When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie McLemore. This is a book that Caitlin over at Book Chats has actually recommended for me to read. I'm not sure if she's read it or not, but I know that when she heard the premise, she thought that it would be something that I'd be into, and it totally is. So this is a YA book that I think is magical realism, and it follows two main characters. So it follows a main female character and a main trans male character who are in love, and there are some magical elements, and there are like some evil neighbors who want to steal magic from one of the main characters, and that just sounds right up my alley. I was getting some real practical magic vibes from the description, just based on like how I see practical magic. I'm not sure if that's actually how it is, but when I watched the movie, the elements that I pick up on, I was kind of getting that vibe from the book, so I'm really excited about this one. Anyway, that has been it for my TBR list. I will leave links in the down bar below for all my other social media sites, such as Goodreads, Instagram, and Twitter. And I will also leave links for Caitlin over at Book Chats, because I mentioned her, and she's amazing, and you should watch her. And I know I talk about her a lot on this channel, but it's because you should check her out. Anyway, that has been it for today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay weird.